Hey, what's happening? Come with me. Let's check this out. Yep, we're out in the Australian bush at a swap meet. Never know what you're going to find at these joints. Let's get a bit of a look around and see what we can rustle up, eh? Anyone would think I was in the desert, but we're not in the desert. Australian bush swap meet. Let's do this. Would you call these rabbit traps or bear traps? What? Come on. Definitely a rabbit trap.
Bloody big rat.
For a big rat. Not sure if we'll get in trouble with that. It's probably illegal in Australia, but it's cool. She's definitely cute. So the thing with a swap meet, the difference between a swap meet and an antiques fair is that the swap meets, they generally include a lot of car parts. This swap meet's the exception. There's still a lot of antique bric-a-brac sort of stuff. Lots of, I don't know, lots of little sites that you can sort of fussle through all the stuff. You can spend a day at a place like this super quick. And that frightened shit out of me. But you could spend a day here pretty easily just looking around at all the, well, junk. Let's be real, most of it's junk. But somewhere amongst it, you're going to find some glory. I like looking for the old photographs. A photograph is true to its age. You can never question a vintage black and white photograph. It can't be reproduced easily. You can rest assured that you've got a genuine old school antique in a photograph, and some of them are really cool subject matter when you get that horse cart style stuff. I like to find that stuff, man. That's the best. Let's keep snooping. Ah, did you?
And I stripped off and I'm trying to make myself as Chopper Reed, see?
Yeah.
So I got my braces and I crossed them over and I took my shirt off. And I got these man boobs, eh? So the man boobs hanging. Next week, one of my mates come along and he bit me on the nipple.
Really?
Yeah, and I got up this morning and I looked in the mirror, these teeth marks around them.
Oh,
yeah.
It was a real deal.
Oh.
He full chomped out on you, man. Unreal, brother. Here's my buddy right here with his big chain. He loves it. Look at it. Yeah, buddy.
Five Flags went away 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I dropped my pants. And they whipped me on the ass with this bloody slapper thing they got, right? So, and I had my underpants down around my ankles, but I was sort of hiding myself.
Yeah.
He hit me that hard, I jumped up, and the poor barmaid come around the corner and she seen the whole lot. And she reported me to the public, and when he come up, and he said, Huffy, he said, keep your pants on. He said, I don't, my barmaids don't need to see that shit.
I love it, man. Cool, brother. We'll see you soon. Take care, man. There's our legendary Australian Monaro. That is legendary. Australian Ford Falcons, pretty legendary.
Stuck inside it, old sheet music and then lacquered it all.
Lacquered it all, so you did one up.
But it's nice like that too.
It's original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody probably moved their whole life in that thing. These swap meets, you're always going to find stores that they totally dedicate themselves to just one thing. So this guy was steering wheels, the next guy might be fenders and grills, another guy might be radiators. Everyone's sort of got their little forte. But check out all them steering wheels, man. And that thing is real tiny. Strolling along and I notice this little masterpiece hiding up the back. Let's get a look at this. I want to talk about horse and cart days. Steel wheels though, that throws me a little bit. Maybe not as old as we think. Cool though. Stood out to me. Seems to be an array of these old chainsaws here today. I like them. Something kind of cool about them.
That's it. All right, I'm going.
Something cool about the old chainsaw. I don't know what it is. What a wall hanger. Some guys have any amount of old chrome, tail lamps, glove box covers. Just an insane amount of stuff they've gathered up over their lifetimes is unreal. Hey, you don't know where I could get an old file or a couple of old sockets. Wow. What about some side cutters? Wow. As you get up the aisles, it starts clouding your vision a little bit and everything starts to look the same. You almost forget what it is that you were looking for yourself and you end up in this, it's like a trance. And you can see most of the other people are in the same trance. They're not even looking for what they came for anymore and they've lost track of it all and they're just walking along looking. That's what happens in these joints. Between that, the dust and the sunburn, it almost gets monotonous, but you're in your element at the same time. It's weird to think. It's definitely a way of life, swap meets. $4,500. What a classic. Let's get onto that. If we want to blow 7 years of our life trying to restore that. Been there and done some of that, let me tell you, and I'm not doing it again. What do you know about Jack the Ripper? Kind of looks like something about Jack the Ripper back there, I reckon. Bunches of junk, table loads of junk, dust bowl. Morning guys. So this is the second part of a two-part segment on bush swap meets. We're going to what's called the Bendigo swap meet this morning, which is the bigger of the two. It's not as big as the Super Southern swap meet in Ballarat. Having said that, it's a sizable event. Let's get after it and see what we can find. I've only been walking around here for a short time and already you get that, I don't know, it's like a incoherence. You just start to look at everything like it's all the same and you forget what it is you're even looking for when you walked in the gate. Not that anybody comes in here looking for something specific, but what I can assure you is that you get a tunnel vision, you forget what you're looking for, everything starts to look the same. Plenty of car parts if you're into that sort of stuff. If you're looking for car part stuff, it's probably the place to come. Bit of bike stuff, not so much bike stuff, but the car stuff, early Holden, early Ford stuff. It's generally what you're going to find in these types of places. These events are really big. You could not possibly see it all even if you were here for the 2 days. Here we go. This is what we're looking for right here. The old pictures. That's cool. That's very cool. Don't know about 20 bucks, but it's cool. Remember what I was saying, how a picture doesn't tell a lie? It's probably 1885, 1895, somewhere around there. No name. Photo was taken in Carlton. It's about all we know, but it's cool. Would have been a photography shop prop. The little cart that little kid's sitting in had nothing to do with the little kid, it's just a prop. But it's a cool photograph. That is cool as shit. Sold. Got here too late. This thing here really stood out to me. I've never seen one. Look at that guy. I don't know how you get 150 bucks from that, but it's cool. It's another cool item that we've turned up too late. Sold. I've seen these things before and they generally work. With a bit of black powder and some homemade ammunition, you can actually get them to fire. Probably illegal, but very cool. It's not very big, like just for scale. $500, probably not a bad price. Yeah, okay, so the spring is which part? Okay.
And then it runs through this gear train, and the governor keeps the motor at a constant speed. Because without that, it'll just go.
Understand. Wow.
And everything on these, although they're Britishly simple, everything has to be accurate and working properly. Otherwise it won't work. And this is the reproducer.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so that's
It's got a very fine little needle or something in there.
sapphire stylus, which is a ball stylus for playing the 2-minute record.
Right. And it's 2-minute drum. So when we put a drum on, that's 2 minutes long.
2 minutes long.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Probably get
Goes
it.
on there, yes.
It comes with 6 cylinders.
Okay. And we can choose the 6?
Not really.
You gift the 6.
I gift
Understand?
not an extra price.
Yes.
Blue Daniel Waltz, played by the Edison Symphony Orchestra.
Do you love it?
That's great.
Does everybody smile like this when they play it?
Yes. But that's a tune I'm sure you know.
So these are the cylinders, and we're looking for something with just solely
Comic song.
talking.
Look, that will have some talking in it. It's a comic song. Oh, here. That's a talking record. Casey courting his girl. That's a talking record. All right.
That's a talking one
Yeah,
there.
it's a talking record.
And it's written on the top, is it?
Irish skits. That's a talking one.
What does this say? Casey courting
Yeah, Casey courting.
his girl. Is that a...
You
What's
know,
it?
taking your girl out and giving, taking her to dinner, courting her with the hope of marriage.
Aha! I understand. Check this.
Mayday, mayday. I'm going down, baby. You hear me out there? I'm going down, baby. Help me! I'm going down! Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Only way is up. Bam! Did you see that? Straight out the side door, baby. It's getting pretty hot and stuffy in that building, I tell you. It's almost got a bit of a stink. You know, you get too many people in one spot and they all start to stink. It's gross. Anyway, moving along. gonna check and get a look at this oval up the road here and just see if we can find any magical moment stuff. I'm a sucker. I ended up buying that Edison phonograph. It's pretty cool. I sort of always wanted one, and he had the right price on it for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, there's probably some reason why it's a little bit cheaper than the norm. It didn't have a lid. It looked a little bit banged up, but I was happy with the number that he had on it. It was a lot better than what I'd seen him go for. So some things just happen to, they just happen to speak to you. Look at this. Don't see many of them. $2,500 is probably worth it too. Rare as rockin' horse poo, as they say. We're at a swap meet. I don't want to make too big of a deal about cars, but this is badass. Look at this thing. Look at that thing, man. What a masterpiece. Look at that thing. You wouldn't touch it. You just got to leave it alone. If you're going to paint it, don't buy it. You can generally get a look at a site from a distance and figure out what its genre is. Some of them are glassware, some of them are bike stuff, some of them are badges, emblems. There's not a lot of antique stuff here, but I would probably never have expected that being a swap meet. Probably the place to come if you're doing up early Holden, early Ford stuff in Australia, but you still never know what you're going to find. There's always somebody trying to sell something. We've got the weather on our side at least. Sometimes these events turn into a wash, and you could imagine the bog hole this would turn into if we got mad rain. I'm still on the prowl for some early photograph stuff. That'd be really cool. You see a lot of this. Combination site, glass, bottles, number plates, rabbit traps, early tooling, followed by a traditional car site. Tons of early Holden stuff. Very common to see sites like that, let me tell you. Gold mine if you're trying to do up an old Holden, like I said earlier, or an old Ford. You might just find the missing link. I just heard I overheard one guy talking to his wife, and he was complaining that it's turned into a antiquous affair. So he's obviously a die-hard car guy looking for die-hard car parts, and he's obviously not finding them because of all the antique stuff everywhere. I just thought it was funny to hear somebody else's take on things. I like it. He hates it. That is cool. This stuff's ancient. Philip Morris. Philip Morris made Peter Jackson's. Long Beach. Stuyvesant. Was talking earlier about car badges. Check this. Jesus. Quite a collection. Been busy with a screwdriver in the car park while people are doing the shopping, I'd say. I did notice this killing instrument. Look at that thing. Come across this guy, he's got some interesting old school stuff.
I was just wondering.
$150 on this old school tin. Some are cheap, $40, $60. Subject matter being everything, no doubt. It's got an old phone here too, hiding over the back. If I can get a look at it, I'll try and show you. Check this. This old pipe display, love it. It's $2,500, but it's pretty cool. Never seen nothing like that before, that old pipe display. $2.5 grand though. Wow. But hanging in the pool room, so to speak, is a pretty cool talking point. I definitely prefer that over a whole bunch of reproduction $20 each metal signs that are advertising NGK spark plugs or something dull. Yeah, I like that pipe thing, that was cool, man. It's got me really thinking now, it's gonna be stuck in my head all day. This is what happens, see? And some of the old enameled sign stuff take off. I mean, there's soft drink ones over here. Some of these are $1,200, $1,000, $900 for the lemonade, $480 for Tristrams. I mean, they'll probably get it too. It's amazing how that stuff got such a big following. I wonder if that stuff will ever like die out. I mean, I know they don't make it anymore or whatever, but like, does it die out? Does it have an expiry of value? I mean, we've seen some things go up in value over the years, and I mean, some antiques now, they're just not worth nothing, man. Like, you can't even give that stuff away. Like some of the antique furniture, chaise couches, wooden furniture, sideboards, it's not worth anything. $200, and it was 20 grand 10 years ago. Wonder if that happens to porcelain signs, enamelled signs. It'll be interesting to see, isn't it? Might be some very sore people out there eventually, much like the antique furniture guys. Anyway, just a thought while I was daydreaming around all this junk. Some of this stuff's cool, man. Cowboy books. How cool some of the artwork. This guy. Gunslinging cowboy stuff. Unreal. It's a heap of it. How do you even get so many matches? Look at them. How do you get that many? Seriously. That's very Australian. Look at that. The American viewers would love that. Some of them are cool. Travel Lodge. I kind of remember that. I'd just throw just a tidy little LS in that, and I'd just drive it right the way that it is. I reckon it would be a classic. An unclassic classic. It's getting to that point. The sun's blazing. Most people are starting to clear out because it's just getting too hot. You couldn't physically see everything that there is here. You couldn't do it. Not in 2 days. There's over 1,700 stalls, the guy was saying before, and that's not only uncomprehendable, it's not doable. And if you're looking for that one needle in a haystack gem, you're probably only going to be a strike of luck if you find it, honestly. It's only going to be a strike of luck. Up over here I'm heading. Let's do this. Last section. Really scrounging now. And I'm out of energy. That's it. Masters of the Universe. He-Man. Masters of the Universe. Hey, what's happening? How's your day?
Beautiful.
You making any money?
Not much.
When are we going home then? It's getting hot.
When you come and buy me.
I kind of feel like I just entered the show bag section of the swap meet. It's the retail section. Plenty of this stuff. I want to get back outside and look at some more junk. Let's do that. More junk it is. Junk for the vote. And then I found old mate again. What's going on today, my brother?
Oh, here he's back again.
You making any money or not? You selling anything?
Me?
Yeah, you getting anything sold? Jeez, he's rolling it today. It's been a good day then. That's good, brother.
When I pulled up and I was walking into the servo to pay, right?
Yeah.
And the cops come and park behind this red ute, right? So he couldn't get out.
Right.
And then they followed me in and he was getting served in front of me. And the police said to this young bloke, they said, "Is that your red ute out there?" He said, "Oh no, mine's the blue one around the corner." And with that, all hell broke loose, and these two coppers are running around inside the servo trying to arrest this drug addict, right? And because he was on, he was just flying everywhere. And I thought I'd do the smart thing, and I blocked the door so he couldn't.
On the
get out.
bike?
No, I was on the bike. I had my helmet on and everything. And he come for the door. He'd already knocked one copper, was laying on the ground, and the other one was chasing him. And he come to the automatic doors, and I bear tackled him.
Oh yeah.
And I got him in a bear tackle, and he dragged me through the doors, and he was that powerful. He pulled himself out, and when I fell down, I couldn't get my hands down to catch me fall, and I landed on my face. And I smashed all my face.
Oh, good one.
And the copper went to hospital. They wanted me to go to hospital. I wouldn't.
You didn't want to go?
I didn't
Nah,
go.
busy,
I just jumped on my bike and pissed off.
The property of Stephen King Proprietary Limited, Melbourne. Out of a whole table of junk, I noticed this. Creepy. That's probably why I liked it. Well, I didn't really plan on buying anything today, but as it turns out, that's what's happened. And it's not light, let me tell you. Plenty of traffic, plenty of dust, plenty of dirt. Anyway, had a good time, man. I always have a good time at this stuff in the end. It's, never know what you're gonna find there. It was a big day, it was hot. Like I say, I wasn't expecting to buy nothing, but here we are. I always end up with something, I don't know why. It's like a mind disease, you just gotta buy something. Anyway, I've got no regrets. I always have a good time at these things. That's what it's about, finding treasure. If you got this far, thanks for watching. Till the next one. Cheers.